Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus again, spokesman and advocate for basic human rights for all people, reaching out to get your support to place Eddie Marcus in the position of the next United States Senator from the state of Minnesota, replacing and finishing out the term of Al Franken. And ladies and gentlemen, when I come to you, I'm not coming to you as one that's trying to address your concerns. I'm addressing the concerns of the power that is responsible for our being here, that is connected to the peace and the prosperity and the joy that I bring to you to talk to you about. And that is basically lifting up the plan that has been given to me as being descriptive of God, not Republicans or Democrats. And I want to share something with you, ladies and gentlemen, to help you understand why I come this way. You see, what I have learned here in America is this: the difference between the God that we go to church and talk about, the God of the King James Version, as it applies to the United States of America, and the true God is that the American God is the same, and it is made of the same stuff as Santa Claus. You see, they both require goodness year round, and at the end of the day, Santa Claus, no show. Would that make it fake? Well, parents in Santa's favor, everybody knows really where Santa goes. And this is why we still talk about Santa. Now, the true God requires the same response. The parents became Santa. The people are to become God, not a man. Not a man. The people, not a man. The parents. If on 9 days from today, the 25th of December, what would happen if Santa decided to take a vacation and not show up? Well, now listen. The story of God and Jesus is taught, but they don't show up either. Why? For the same problem that Santa would if he didn't show up. This time, my friends, because of this campaign, God and Jesus is showing up. You see, I see the person that Governor Dayton of Minnesota has selected to replace Al Franken. I wish she had something to offer. And not having anything to offer, any Republican that's going to run against her, I wish they had something to offer. But neither do. Now, the next question. Does it matter to me if the people of Minnesota reject this campaign? If the church rejects this as well? In a sense, it would bother me. Really, it would hurt me very bad. But it would do no more than what it did when they rejected Jesus, when they rejected Gandhi, when they rejected King. They always reject goodness. The surprise would be if they did not reject this. You see, ladies and gentlemen, history teaches us that for some strange reason, that messenger, if he's having that type of effect, has got to go. And when it is said that they were rejected, it means that what they represented was so threatening to the establishment, to the liar, to the cheater, to the con artist, that they had to kill them, which should have been enough message to all of the people who had heard the message that this message is genuine and it is the stuff for which their lives are made of. Many of them say they believe it and accept it, but they put it on the back burner, put it to sleep, and it has no value. So this is what is meant by rejecting Jesus. You talk about what people said Jesus was about, but you don't do it. You talk about what Gandhi lived and was killed for, but you don't do it. You talk about what King stood and represented, but you don't do any more than what King done. That's the way of humankind. So, if the people say, we want peace, we pray for it, but when they come and knock on our door, we close the door on it. I mean, what can you say? People are not ready for what God has prepared for them yet. They will be. I'm thinking this time it has begun. I'm thinking that everybody who hears the messages that I bring to them would want to live like in heaven on earth. Write in Eddie Marcus, spokesman and advocate of basic human rights, as your next representative as U.S. Senator from the state of Minnesota, replacing Al Franken in 2018. Bye-bye.